I need you, just before I get on with my rant on legacy media in Kenya, you do go to Facebook and look for the number 4, UP Digital, and like that page. And I'm not telling you to do it because I haven't done it. I've done it just now. For UP Digital did the job we didn't do. From what I hear, they realized, the highlights from the GES summit are not being done by legacy media. So what did they do? They started pulling everything that was important and putting it out. And it's there. It's on Facebook and it's also available on Twitter. But this you will get. If you look at the bottom of this video, you'll get everything, even the Twitter handle. And this is huge. This is posterity. But let me go back to that hashtag that got people antsy and worked up. I say this to my presenters and the ones who will listen. I tell them I'm so happy I'm not on air, because I'd have to work 3 times as hard as I ever did in my entire career to be relevant. In a world where you've got people who don't have transmitters, who don't have licenses, who don't have antennas or masts, and they rule, how are you playing games with the audiences you've been given? When Brian Bunde, Christian Della, Nyakundi, Alai can take you at 5:30 in the morning, Gikomba Fire ni Wewe at 8 a.m. They were there, done that. Boniface Mwangi is a one-man camera talking, tweeting, I don't know. Sometimes you've got to ask him, and Chris Foot once asked him this, how does he participate in a demonstration and still capture it on film? It's a one-man show. We're lucky that where we work, we haven't all been fired because there's a CEO somewhere wondering, how does that guy do that? So he participates in a demonstration and then he covers it. And then he tweets it and he covers it on Facebook as well. And he's all the hype. We've got to get our act together as legacy media. Because I'm going to say this again. The audiences we serve have access to information, have expectations of us that are higher than they were just 5 years ago. But also, they are smart, if not smarter than most of us. So the days where we thought we could serve them anything and they'll take it are gone. Are gone. How are we still covering empty roads? For who? Tell people why the roads are empty. Go to the summit. Go to the summit, take the highlights of the important things, of the packs that are being put on the table, of the conversations that are important. I was speaking to some people in private sector on Saturday, and one of them, actually both of them are in the banking institution. They said every person who got up talked about access to finances. And the banking sector in Kenya was like, well, talk to us. How come we didn't know that this was such a big issue? And the last thing you want is money coming into the country. No, you don't want that. But we had an opportunity here to be big, and we chose to chase tarmac, a car, which didn't move around much because Bayak's schedule was so tight, he kept flying. And I don't know what else we did. But here's what I know for a fact. And I said this when you're all going crazy when I talked about the tyranny of success. If we don't do our job as legacy media, there will be no vacuum. There will be no vacuum. And for UP Digital have proved it. They said, oh, nobody's giving people the information they need. Here it is. And they're doing it in beautiful pictures. You really need to see that Facebook page. I kept asking on Twitter and on Facebook, please follow at GES 2015 Kenya. I mean, it still shocks me that that Twitter handle has less followers than me. What have I got to offer? What have I got to offer? But lesson from the GES summit, not from Barack Obama, but from the people of Kenya. Legacy media has got to get its act together. And the days when we thought they couldn't talk back to us are over. But there was a day when we were gatekeepers. You know how we were. If they had to send a letter to the editor and complained about how we'd covered this, we would never publish that letter. Today, they don't wait for us. They tell us to our faces. Did we deserve that hashtag? Yes, we did. Did we deserve that it trended for almost 72 hours? Yes, we did. Yes, we did. Legacy media has got to get its act together fast, because the digital world will happen whether we participate or not. Whether we participate or not.